Hi guys, Eric here. Just want to make a quick update video after having a look at the Transcendence that has now been released as part of a new patch. I like the way the Played Lab have done it. The entire thing is now it's not all at the same time, which I actually quite like. If they dropped it immediately, some characters will be absolutely broken straight away, but as you can see, they've actually done it in a way that's very, very slow. I take a look. So, Noitora, I'm focusing on increasing his stats up on there. So, we have a look at what we actually need to power up Noitora's attack. So I only have him 1 out of 5. Well, we have a look to get him up to max. I mean, look how many materials we need. We need 80 small scrolls, 70 medium, 50 large. Then we need 40 medium Aroncar, or silver Aroncar I should say. 25 gold Aroncar. 40 silver Espada, or 25 gold Espada. We also need one of these, which is the Essence Scroll. Hogaku's and Hogyo's wills aren't as important. But looking at all these items, that's why you need to get him up to 10, and his attack goes up by plus 500. So you'd have 1346 attack. No, sorry, he's already up 100 on there. Ignore what I said. You'd have 1246 attack. Now we look at where we get these items from. So Chronicle Quest and Guild Quest is where you will find these items. I have grinds up a little today. I did have a stockpile of soul tickets I have used. So there's the Essence Scroll. Now as you can see, we only get two per month that we would get. So looking at it, you can max 2 characters, or 2 characters stats per month. So in effect, it's actually a very slow grind, which is good for the sake that it's not going to break the game initially for PvP. Again, as I said in a previous video, PvE, things like epic raids, they're not going to be affected, it's only going to be beneficial. Guild quests, there may be a difference in score. I mean, if you power up Sophone, you know, you're going to do things a little faster, but I'm not that invested in guild quests. I do it every day and I try and make sure I do 175k, but you know, I'm not too invested. But in effect, you know, it's not going to break the game as fast as I guess initially seemed to be. And as you can see, you can get the medium scrolls, you can get the small scrolls as well. And then as you look down here, you get the Aroncar scroll and the Spiral scrolls. You can get 40 lots of 10, you can get 400 every single month, which is more than you need to power up Noitora. So, but in any case, I mean, the main thing is to get him up to 10, you need that Essence Scroll, which, you know, is going to be something that grinds a little slower. I don't know why I clicked on grade battles. So we have a look at an epic grades and the items we can get from epic grades. Let's quickly look on the medal exchange. So we look on there, so we can get another 2 essence scrolls from there. But then more importantly is the large scrolls. So we can get 5 large power, 5 large speed, so on and so forth. Golden Captain Scroll, things like that, Golden Aroncar, Golden Human, some of those as well. But it's going to be a very slow grind. But there's only so many stats that you're going to increase straight away, which I actually quite like. It means it's not as rushed as I thought it would be. It's actually quite a slow grind. I am trying to sort of get as many scrolls as I can initially. I want to try and get Kenny, Noitora and Chad up, so that they are a little bit stronger to carry through PvP. But apart from that, it's actually been a really sort of nice slow upgrade, and it's going to be something that'll be quite nice to grind. Only criticism I have about the entire thing is that it actually makes me want to carry on using the characters I already have rather than putting new characters. So for instance, my Toshiro, he's 5 out of 5. And they also, of course, having that 10-10-10 link slots. Now, with this increase, he's not going to be outclassed anytime soon. When he has all his stats up, I mean, his attacks are still very smooth, as good as some of the new characters that come out. If another power hollow character comes out, and say, for argument's sake, the new Baragon comes out, he is a power hollow killer, I wouldn't want to pull him because I have this Toshiro who's 5 out of 5. He's going to have all these massive stat increases. He's just going to be incredibly powerful. It means he's not going to be outcast for a very long time. So, the way I feel about it, as long as I have one character that can do different aspects of the game. So again, Toshiro is my power hollow killer. I have powered the Power Horizon as well, just because I quite like his gameplay. I still prefer Toshiro over him. But to me, he's just not going to be out. I mean, Toshiro's not going to be outclassed for a very, very long time. So if other power hollow killer characters come out, it's just going to be a character that I don't really need. And again, that's just what I sort of feel from this update. Now again, it depends. I mean, my Toshiro is 5 out of 5, which is a huge difference. If I only had one Toshiro, then of course with just SP increase, he'd still be very good. But there may be other characters that could be, you know, that come out in future would be stronger. But it's making me feel like I shouldn't want to pull for more characters, because I don't need them. You know, something comes up, like for instance, I don't have the latest White Ichigo, who's, I would say, is the best power Soul Reaper killer. Tag Team Ichigo and also Tag Team Yama, they're good, but I think White, for me, tops it. Just because his kit is quite fun to use. Quite a recent character, so his stats are a bit higher as well. But if one came out, then I'd want to put in just so I could have that character that has that specific killer, and also has the attributes as well. But there's so many characters I already have that fill spots. Like for instance, Heart. I don't really need any new Heart characters. I've got Kaname. Where's he gone? Oh yeah, Heart Kaname. He's also a 5 out of 5 character for me. I haven't fully link slotted him. I will now. Transcendence is out because he's going to be relevant for even longer. I've got Tag Team Renji, who I have 4 out of 5, and I do have a spare with him as well. I was using for a link, but I can use him now 5 out of 5 and get the extra stat boost. I also have Uryu. He's just another wrong card killer. He's range, so just helpful for extreme co-op if that comes up. I've got Nemu, the Hollow Killer. I've got Yoruichi, so powered up a little bit. So she's the Soul Reaper killer, and I also have a ranged wrong card killer there as well. So another ranged wrong card killer, I should say. So I don't really need any hollow characters when you look at it. I've got 2 good Autowas. So my Heart character's already completed. So it's just my thoughts on it. I think it's going to make me want to conserve orbs even more, and the direction K-Lab's going, where it's restricting the number of orbs that we can get, is actually quite a good idea. It's a great dupe system. It's something that wasn't quite what I was expecting because it is a lot slower. But I do quite like it. But again, it is going to make me want to keep the characters that I have already, and just power them up rather than getting new characters again, unless something groundbreaking comes in, like there's another top PvP character, or if there's a character that fits a certain niche that I don't have. But otherwise, I'd probably stick to the characters I have. unless a good one comes out, like Aizen. Aizen's my favourite character. The only Aizen I don't have is the Parasol one. But, you know, if a new one comes out, I might just pull because I like Aizen. But that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. I think it's quite a good update. To take a while to come through today. I think we were about 8 hours or so overdue, 6 hours. I'm not too sure, but it was quite a late update. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the new Transcendence function. And we'll see what the end of month is. If the end of month characters are something new, then I may be pulling. If not, then maybe Halloween that I do look to pull on, or maybe the Spirit Society, because its characters do look very nice. I do have all 3 from last year, but we'll see what comes up. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys soon.